Hello and welcome back to the Isle of Wight College Open Day. We're here today talking to some of our curriculum managers about the course offer here at the college. As we come out of lockdown, it's a good time to start thinking about your next steps and the future and to plan for September and what you'll be doing then. And here at the college we've got a great range of courses on offer, and for the next 10 minutes we're going to be talking to Colin Gibbs, who's our curriculum manager for motor vehicle. So Colin will be giving us a bit of background about what the courses are and the different levels and what that can lead to in terms of careers. So welcome Colin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So if we start perhaps by just talking a little bit about what course offer is available in motor vehicle and at what levels.
Well, we run several, to be fair. We run a level of, say, a foundation level for those guys that are leaving school, that are coming in not quite knowing really what they want to do. They've got an interest in motor vehicle, but we can put them on a foundation course. They can focus on the English and maths, the core subjects, and spend some time with us in the workshop, hands-on, doing some practical work. From that, we have a step-up program. Again, it's aimed at those guys that they've got an interest in cars, they want to come on. They still need to do that development in the English and maths bit as well, so we can put them on a step-up program. And then our first qualification is a certificate level 2 at City and Guilds, so it's actually quite a jump. Hence, we do the build up to this level 2. So the certificate level 2 involves a lot of work with hands-on with the cars, with practical skills, quite a bit of theory and physics involved in that. Then we have a diploma level, which is the next year on, which takes you into full mechanic, doing bridging and bordering onto diagnostics as well as repairs. And then we take you to level 3, which is full-blown level 3 diagnostic technician. Excellent. So there is actually quite a range, from entry up through.
Yeah. So if you perhaps you're not quite, as you say, you're not quite sure where you want to go in terms of your career, or you perhaps haven't got the qualifications coming out of school, then it's a good place to start, and you can build your way itself up, and over a few years work your way through the levels and achieve the qualifications.
Yeah, you can. I mean, myself, I was a little bit late getting into it, to be fair. I was brought up with a mechanical background, but I didn't really know that's what I wanted to do until a little bit later on. So the courses we've developed now kind of help the students develop not just in skills with cars, in skills in life.
Yeah.
So we build up social skills, communication skills, math skills, and some of the guys that come into this have a focus straight away, and they know what they want to do, and they want to be a self-employed mechanic and want to do their own thing. Some want to get into race cars, but others aren't quite that sure what they want to do yet. So it's a good it's a good place to make that decision and confirm what you really, really want to do.
Yeah. And you obviously mentioned about things like English and maths and some of the more technical things that the students have to learn. Do you find that students find that easier to do if they're studying a subject that they enjoy and want to learn about?
Yeah.
Does that help them develop those skills alongside motor vehicle skills?
It does, because some of the ways that we work the lessons embed the English and maths. So it's not like you're sat having an English lesson. You are working things out in a motor vehicle sense. When it comes to maths especially, we do some pricing up, so the guys need to ring around local suppliers to get prices of parts for particular jobs, and then create the invoice or create a quote for that. So they're actually working in English and math skills without knowing they're doing it. So it does make it more enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's real practical skills that they'll need when they go out into the world of work. And speaking of that, so what kinds of careers? Obviously, if you're going to do motor vehicle, more than likely you're going to go into motor mechanics of some sort. What kind of careers or employment paths are on offer?
Well, the actual trade is very, very big, especially on the island. It's actually quite big, and it's very, very big in the self-employed sector, which is a very big sector to be in. Now, self-employed mechanics, depending on your skill set, whether you look at doing tyres, exhausts and fast fit centre, or you want to be a diagnostic technician and work out the puzzles. I mean, the one thing I can say about this industry is you've never learned it all. You're always learning. Every day is a school day. So as new systems come out, we need to learn those things. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to be a fast fit centre, there's plenty of that around on the island. If you want the diagnostics, the other end, there's plenty of that on the island. We have apprentices that work for companies such as Central Garage, where they're a franchise dealer for Citroen. We also have apprentices in Somerton MOT. The name says it, they're a garage that do MOTs and they're an independent. DH Price on the island have had apprentices with us for many years. And they actually do a real big range of heavy commercial vehicles as well as cars. And they have a big breakdown service, so they do most of the breakdowns for the police and such like on the island. So there's a lot of scope for different areas. You know, whether you want to do breakdowns, technicians, tyre fitting. There's lots of different things. You know, it is a big scope.
Yeah, and you mentioned about obviously some of your apprentices do obviously will be working in the workplace already. For full-time students, is there the opportunity for work experience as well?
Yeah, we tend to hold that back until the diploma level. So when they've got some knowledge, I don't think there's no point in sending somebody to a garage when they really haven't yet learned what it's all about. That's what they're here for, is to learn. We're there to teach them. So when they get to diploma level, that's the time then to start venturing out and trying to get that work experience. And we have a team, our own team ring around garages and try and get guys in, but we do have a team on a college campus that go to local companies and say, we've got guys ready, would you give them a chance? And sometimes, it's very often, that work experience step in the door does turn into an apprenticeship. So it's about getting out there and selling yourself when it comes to work experience, because it can lead to bigger things.
Definitely. And for full-time students when they're at college, what's a typical week look like in terms of their study? What kind of things will they be doing?
What they'll be doing, well, if they are coming in and not yet achieved the D grade with English and Maths, there will be English and Maths involved with the course, embedded and standalone lessons. But we spend 4 sessions in a workshop environment. I mean, to be honest, the guys that want to come onto this course, they want to be hands-on. We understand that, so we try and embed the theory with the practical in the workshop. There will be some classroom-based theory lessons as well, because there's also a lot of science involved with motor vehicle, a lot of electrical, a lot of fluids, a lot of workings out to be, and a lot of maths involved. So we have to have those lessons in the classroom as well, but majority of it is workshop. And you know, the students, honestly, the students that we have tend to enjoy their week. It runs over 3 days, so 3 full days. So it's not a full week here. They have time to be social and get out there as well. So
earn some money in a part-time job.
Earn some money, part-time work, and if that's motor vehicle related, then all the better. So yeah, it's
good. And you've mentioned about your workshop, which you know I've visited myself. It's a fantastic facility with lots of working cars for students to work on. So just tell us a little bit about the workshop and how you've tried to create a real garage-like sort of environment.
The workshop itself is kind of where I can be found when people are looking for me. I'm hiding in the workshop because that's where I feel at home. It's in my blood. But our workshop is actually an MOT station, so we do live MOT work there. You know, we don't do many repairs. We do some small bulb changes, wiper blades, and things like that. But we do give the students the opportunity to see live work being done and lending a hand in that. Obviously, we can't let students just repair a car. That would just be a nonsense. So, but it is a live working workshop as an MOT station. So.
And the students have and we have our own cars as well, which they have an opportunity to work on and sort of do their best on in terms of sort of taking apart and putting back together.
Yeah, they do. We have a fleet of test rigs, so engines and gearboxes on stands. We have cars on lifts. I think we've got 7 lifts in there. We have hybrid vehicle. We have some small engine vehicles, some big petrol, diesel. We've got a range of right the way through. And sometimes we've got a little motorcycle down there as well. Although we don't deliver motorcycle qualifications, because the skills are adaptable across, and a lot of the guys at 16, 17 are into bikes, we tend to pull that out as well. So
yeah, so there's some really good opportunities to get hands-on experience and and the really good practical skills which underpin the theory. And finally, thinking, if you're talking to a young man or a young woman who's thinking about going into motor mechanics, what would you say? What advice would you give to them as why would they choose this as a career, and what would the reward for them out of it?
The industry is very, very fast changing, and it's incredibly complex becoming in that way. So you're learning all the time. I get a buzz out of the changes. I get a buzz out of new things coming out and learning about them and getting to grips with them. So it's a place where you're always busy. You haven't got time to get bored with it. It's exciting. And if you're a car person, it just comes naturally. It's not like having a job as such. It's like a hobby, and that hobby is extended. And it's a really good environment to be in. People that are in it tend to be happy, have a laugh sort of people. So I like the industry, and I'm very sure that a lot of the students coming into the industry won't be disappointed at all. There's a lot of excitement going on, a lot of things changing, moving to hybrids and electric cars. So get on, get the applications in, and let's get it going.
Okay, well, thank you, Colin. And if you're interested in motor vehicle as a potential career, and you're interested in understanding how you can study at the college, then please do contact us. Our contact details are on our website, which is Isle of Wight College in Google, or you can look us up on Facebook and find out how to contact us. So get in touch. We can arrange a one-to-one telephone conversation with Colin or a member of his team, and they will be able to tell you all about the courses and how to apply. And tell you about what it's like studying at the college. So thanks for joining us, and we'll be back soon.